Yo, what's going on, gang? It's Poncho here. I just wanted to take a second to answer a question I've gotten a few times here and there, but I just figured the easiest way to answer this question would just be to put it in one short, compact video. And that's how I got started with Encore. Encore Acoustic is now what I spend about 12 hours every day minimum on. It's really my only focus, and it's the thing that I'm gonna put all my energy towards until it blows. I just wanted to break down the story of how it even came about. So I love playing piano. I just fucking love it. I'm a self-taught pianist, and the way I taught myself was learning covers of songs. I remember the first song I learned was Come and See Me by Drake and Party Next Door back in October of 2016. That's when I started learning. I would just learn these covers, and eventually I started learning music theory and like why certain chords and riffs work with each other and things. Like I would listen to songs, and in my head, like I'll be like, all right, if this was an acoustic piano version, like how would it sound? What chords would I use? What progression? And my mind would always race. Like every time I heard a song, I would always wonder, how would this sound acoustically? And once I understood theory and I was good enough to improvise, I would just, for literally like 2 to 4 hours a day, I would just put on my headphones. My headphones could connect to my keyboard at home, throw my phone on shuffle, and just play along with any song that came. And I just loved it, man. Like it was so satisfying. There's no words to describe it. I just love doing it. And eventually I was like, yo, I actually want to start doing this with artists. Let's turn it into a video. At this point, I knew nothing about the art of videography. I owned one camera that I bought because I thought I wanted to do YouTube before, but I didn't end up going through with it. That camera did come in handy though. I used that camera for like a year straight. I'm actually selling it now. Lumix G7, if anyone needs that. I'll put the offer up. Link in the description. Yeah, so I decided I actually want to start doing this with artists. At this time, I knew a few artists. There's this old studio right next to Second Nature, the skate park in Peekskill, that me and like all homies would go to. This is one artist, Javi, that I was cool with, and I hit him up. I was like, yo, I fuck with your music. Do you want to like rap your song while I play piano? And he's like, sure. So the first session was him and another artist from the town, Lil Shotty. Shout out to them. I was like, all right, cool. We need a place where we can film this. I went around, I talked to a few restaurants and things like, hey, can we film these videos after hours? No one was really with it. Eventually, I was walking down the street in the back of my mind, like, damn, where can we film this shit? I want to do this. And I walked past this spot. It looked like an open studio. So I went inside and I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm Poncho. And I'm like, what is this place? And the lady, her name's Scarlett, she was like, this is the artist spot. And then she broke down what she did. She did like a bunch of like things in the theater world, a lot of plays, things like that, other like classes and things. And I noticed a piano in the corner. So I was like, is that piano valid? Does it work? And she was like, nah, she was just using it to like store stuff on top of it. And I was like, I got a proposition. I'll buy you a new piano if I can shoot videos in the space. She was cool with it. So I went to Ford Piano. They used to be right down the street. Now they're in Jefferson Valley at the JV Mall. And I was like, hey, I need a upright piano. So I bought it. It was $900 something. Got it shipped to the studio, set it up, and then a few days later, I'm like, yo, Javi, let's go shoot the video. It was like, bet. And then the day of, I realized that it's like, wait, to shoot a video, you need someone to record it. Like it didn't even register with me that like we needed someone to hold the camera. I literally knew nothing about making videos. Like an hour before the shoot, I'm in the coffee house. Shout out Pizza Coffee House. Y'all know me. I'm there all the time. I was like, damn, we need someone to film this. And I saw this dude that I had known because we had a bunch of mutual friends. And I was like, yo, I'm doing this thing across the street in an hour, but we don't have anyone to film it. Could you record it on my phone? And he was like, nah. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. So he goes home, grabs his lights, grabs his camera. I'm like, oh, you're an actual videographer. And it's like, yeah. So we got it going. The first videos, looking back now, like obviously they're not anything crazy, but like I thought they were the most dope, crazy, fucking fire shit that I've ever seen. I was so happy to do it. And I went to him, I'm like, yo, people like these videos. Do you wanna keep doing them? And he was like, yeah. So we shot videos. That was in November of 2019. We just kept shooting videos and more people kept hitting us up. And like, we really were creating something dope and I was loving it. It was under a different brand name at the time though. The old brand, I don't know who the fuck let us call us this, but The old brand was called Candlelight Sessions. There's still an Instagram page for it if y'all want to see what the old videos looked like. We kept doing it until COVID started. Once everything shut down, the studio shut down, and we were just like, all right, fuck. So we just stopped for a while. And then during quarantine, I had started the Cookups and Convos show, which is the other show. All the episodes are on this YouTube page. I started that show in May, and then in June, the studio opened back up. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, you want to keep doing this? And he was like, yeah, he was bored of shit too, just being in quarantine. So he was like, yeah, fuck yeah. But at this time, our relationship got kind of rocky for a good amount of reasons. So we shot videos for like another month, and then the chemistry was just not there. So we decided to just dub it, and I stopped. And it was a really big mistake to stop because I didn't believe I could do it on my own. He did all the visual things. I literally did. I brought a camera, and I had a camera, the camera I was talking about before. I would bring it in, but like I didn't know shit about anything video related, and I didn't believe I could do it by myself. It never felt right stopping it. That was one thing I fucked up, and I wish I didn't do that. And everyone was like, yo bro, what you're doing is dope. I mean, that's what they told me too when I stopped doing the interviews, but it's like I stopped, and I shouldn't have done that, but I did. Later on, like that urge to create those videos never left me, and eventually through doing the Cookups and Convos shit, like I started to get nice with cameras. I started to understand it a bit better, and one day I was like, yo, I think I could do this by myself. So I hit up Javi again. Javi was the first person to come on fucking both when it was Candlelight and when it was Encore. And I was like, yo, I want to do this again. You want to shoot another video? And he was like, yeah. The video was so trash. Shout out to Javi for sitting through that, because the music part was cool. It was just the video that was trash. But that's how it is. That's how it started. And I didn't want to go with the old brand. Oh, I left out one detail. During the time I had the fallout with the old videographer, I was hiking one day by myself, and I dropped my phone under a boulder, and then it slid under like 20 boulders, and I never got that phone back. I didn't realize that the Candlelight Instagram account didn't have its own password. It was only linked to that phone. So I lost the password to that account. So that mixed with the rocky relationship with that videographer, I was just like, fuck it. I forgot to mention that earlier. I wanted to rebrand. I just wanted to start fresh. I didn't like the old name, and I just wanted something new that I could be excited for. I went on fucking Google. I typed in all words music related. I had 4 options at the end of the day. Encore was one of them. I went through, I texted everyone like, yo, which name do you like the best? And the most people said Encore. So I'm like, all right, Encore Acoustic, let's do it. And that is how Encore came to life. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you'd like to check out Encore, there'll be a link to that in the description. Please like and subscribe as well, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, that's what it is. We out.